How are you? I have been thinking a lot this week around creating a best life, and what I've noticed coming up for people is what happens when the people close to us have got really negative energy? How do we protect ourselves and continue to stay present in what we want when our partner, our kids, our boss, our work colleagues, whatever it is, are really putting out a lot of negative energy? What happens there? Because quite often we can't permanently move away, all right? And we also can't change anyone else. All we can change is our response. So how to do that? And what I have found is this beautiful technique called circles of influence. And if you can imagine a bullseye, the bullseye ring, and in the middle is you. And then the next circle out is your intimate partner. And if there is no intimate partner, then this stays empty. And then the next one out might be your children or close members of your family, could even be a really dear friend. And then gradually moving out so that you have these rings. Now, each ring has boundary conditions. So for example, you here, no one else gets into this ring but you. The next one here, you can see that you're surrounded here by your intimate partner, if you imagine a sphere. That's a lot of influence, all right? So in order for that person to have that much influence in your life, there are certain criteria they need to meet, all right? To be respectful, loving, kind, present, compassionate, whatever your criteria are, they're some of mine. And then the next one with the children, there are certain criteria. They still have a huge influence on my life, and close friends or whoever's in this next ring. For them to have that much influence on my life, there needs to be certain expectations met, and so on and so on. So what happens when they don't? Say, for example, my partner's having a bad day. So he's cranky, a bit snappy, right? What happens here? Well, what happens? I still have love and compassion. Absolutely, I do. But the amount of influence I allow him to have at that stage moves out to one of these rings that may be right out on the edges. That's how much influence he is allowed to have and impact my life in that moment. And then, still with love and compassion, I'm there. But he's not influencing me as much. And then, when he's resolved, whatever it is, then he can move back into this circle here. Otherwise, what is happening? I mean, look how close he is here, completely there around mine. His influence has a huge impact on my life. And if he's going through his own stuff, that's his own stuff, that's his own journey. I am there to support, but I'm not there to go through all of those feelings with him. And likewise with our children, there to support. Absolutely we are. Totally there to support. But if we are caught in it and going through it with them, then we don't have objectivity. We don't get a broader perspective where we get to see more ways that we can offer support than if we're actually stuck in it with them. So with this circles of influence, not only does it benefit us and help us to continue living and feeling the way we want to, it also allows us to be of more support to those who are important to us, because we move out the level of influence their unresourceful feelings and strategies have on us. Same with your work colleagues, same with the people you play football with or tennis with, same with, the local barista. Where this is so different for me, I used to allow everyone to have a huge, I think I just had one circle and everyone was in it. So that even somebody who was sitting down the front of the bus having a laugh with someone else, I would make that mean something about me, and that would have a huge influence on my life. There was no perspective. Having this circles of influence, these concentric circles, has allowed me to stay present with what I need to do, and also allowed me to be of far more value and support to others. So I invite you to try it, and I would love to hear about how it works for me, or whether you've got any questions. Ciao.